Welcome back to Chunk Hunt, everybody. I'm so glad to see you all again. So last time we went on a medium clue grind and unlocked ourselves all of the protection prayers. Today I want to focus on progressing my account, as there are quite a few levels that we need for higher tier clues later on down the line. So let's get into it. I'm going to be starting with Slayer today because it's been pretty neglected so far on the account. We have a wolf task now, so we're going to do that in the stronghold of security, and there is a chance that the next task we get will be somewhere we can't go. So the plan for now is just to continue with Slayer until we get locked out of it again and just see how high a level we can get there. And of course, we'll be doing every clue that we get along the way. So we're starting out at level 10 Slayer. Let's get into it. These wolves don't even know what's hitting them, and look at that, we've already got a level 11 Slayer. What a great start. Let's keep going. We've got 31 to go, and then we'll be getting our next task. And that's the first Slayer task of the video completed. Let's go and talk to Vanica and see if we can get ourselves another completable task. Nice one, Vanica. We've got 28 Anku. We can definitely do that. Well, there's one more task down. Let's go and take another visit over to Vanica. New task to kill 91 crawling hands. So that's in the Slayer Tower. So we can't do that one, so let's head on over to Toriel and see if we can skip. Okay, so I'm learning something new here. I don't think that we can actually skip with Toriel for crawling hands, because maybe it's just because it's one of the monsters that Toriel can give out himself, but it looks like we're actually locked out of Slayer already. After only 2 tasks and level 17 Slayer, we are locked out once again. So we're going to need to get back on that clue hunt so that we can actually unlock the Slayer Tower and get on with this task. But we're not going to be doing that straight away, because there is a few more goals that I actually have for the account before we go back to clue hunting. So as we've been locked out of Slayer, we're going to actually move on to the next goal for today's video, and that is going to be the full Angler's outfit. We're going to need that for a master clue way later on down the line, so it's something very similar to the Prospector's outfit, which is going to be really good to get done and out of the way. We can also get a nice bit of loot from the fishing trawler, such as some high level fish like sea turtles and manta rays, and there's always the chance of that pet. I haven't done this in a long time, so it might take a few trips to get it right, but let's just get on it. Okay, we're going out in the trawler, and that's a easy task completed in the Ardoin area, so that's kind of nice. Okay, I didn't expect this, but we're actually getting the first construction XP of the account from this. Hopefully it scales in the same way that it does in Wintertodd, so by the time we're finished with this grind, maybe we can actually get ourselves quite a few levels. Okay, well, there's the first game of the fishing trawler done, and let's go and inspect what we get on the net. Swordfish, lobsters, oysters. Nice, nice. We'll bank all of that and get straight back on there. And there's level 12 construction coming in. These levels are absolutely flying past. Even though we're only getting 5 construction XP per time we fix the leaks in the boat, it's actually resulting in pretty fast levels, so that's actually really nice for the account. It feels good not to have level 1 construction on this account, where construction actually is going to be really important for quite a few things, in particular the actual end goal of filling all stash units. Let's look at the loot, guys. Let's see. Are we going to get anything? Absolutely never lucky. And look at that, level 15 construction coming in from fishing trawler alone. It is a real shame that we don't have a saw yet, but that is something that we are going to be changing later on in the video. For now though, let's continue, because we still don't have a single angler piece. Okay, finally, there we go. Angler top coming in. I don't know how many KC that was, because I'm not sure how to tell. It doesn't say it at the end of each kill. It just tells you like how many kraken tentacles you chopped, etc. But that's nice. That's the first piece of angler outfit coming in nice and strong there. Actually, it goes pretty well with this outfit, so I'm happy with that. Wow, finally, angler boots, looking good, feeling good. And yeah, that took way longer than it should do. We are not getting lucky here at all. I know that for you guys in the video, it looks like I'm just getting piece after piece right now, but I'm on about 45 games here. Big rip for me, big rip indeed. And there is the angler's hat. Fantastic. Another piece of gear. There's only one bit left that we need now. And there we go. That is the final piece of the angler set achieved, which is very, very nice. If we just remove all of the rest of our gear and take a look at ourselves, we are looking very tasty right here. Perfect for fishing. Now the cool thing about this outfit is that it gives a plus 2.5% boost to all fishing XP when you wear the full outfit, and wearing it is also required for a master clue step, which we are likely going to come across way later on down the line. I'm not gonna lie, the fishing trawler content was hella boring. I did not enjoy that even a little bit. Just one of those things, you gotta get it done, and I'm glad it's done. So as well as the angler's outfit, we actually got ourselves quite a bit of decent food from that grind. As you can see, we grabbed ourselves 388 swordfish, 140 lobsters, and 37 tuna. Now that food isn't gonna last us forever by any means at all, but it is definitely a good starting point. And I was getting a little bit worried about my lack of slightly higher healing food anyway, so those swordies are going to come in very nice. I'm editing the last video right now and I need something AFK to do on the account, so I figured as we have like 4,000 mithril ore that we can't use in the bank, we might as well sit a motherlode mine for the coal so that we can get ourselves a few more smithing levels, and we can also make a bit of cash out of this too, so I think this is a good use of our AFK time. And we just hit level 80 mining, so that's pretty cool. First level 80 on the account, and we can mine size 8 stars if we ever go for that. Pretty cool. Well, I'm done with editing for the day, so I think it's time to actually get into a bit of progress for the account. Now, I'm beginning to look at the different skills that we're going to need to complete different tiers of clue, and in particular, I'm looking at the hard clues right now. We're going to be needing 60 prayer, 50 range, 66 magic, 68 fishing, and 56 agility in order to do every type of clue that has a skill requirement in the hard tier. We're going to need different skills from that as well for all of the quests that we might need to do, but I'm not looking at those just now. Now, before we actually get started on grinding out them skills, what we are going to be doing is going on a bit of an easy clue grind. I know it feels a little bit like we're going backwards from the mediums that we did last episode, but there is a very good reason why we're going to be doing that. Now, the Varrock Palace chunk is actually essential for our account. It's going to unlock so much for us, including a load of quests that we can do and the ability for us to actually start making stash units. We also need the Druid Circle over here, as this is going to allow us to complete Druidic Ritual and unlock Herb Lore. Now, both of these chunks can be unlocked through easy clue scrolls, so what we're going to be doing right now is going on an absolute easy clue massacre. We are not going to stop until we have these 2 chunks unlocked. Both of them, this video, in this grind. So if this video takes a long ass time to come out, you'll know why. It's because we got unlucky here, but I'm hoping that we can get pretty spooned. Now, the fun thing about going on a grind for clue scrolls is that you can get them from so many different sources. And in particular for easy clues, a great way for us to get them is by thieving hand members. Now, we've got the level to do both male and female hand members, and I think that getting a nice high thieving level as well as getting some easy clues is going to benefit the account quite nicely. So we're going to be heading into the ham lair, and that's where we're going to be doing our first main grind. All right, let's just get started. Well, we're getting really lucky so far. Ah, there we go. Now, with the ham members, there is a good chance that they will catch us and then kick us out of their lair. And when that happens, we just have to come straight back in and start again. It can be a little bit annoying going back and forth, and sometimes to throw you in prison, and it can take ages to get out. But I still think this is going to be a good method for us. Oh, and there we go. We've already been thrown in jail. Absolute disaster. But it's okay. We can just pick the lock. We don't need a lockpick or anything like that. And eventually we will get out of here and we can just go right back to pickpocketing. And there's the first easy already. That one actually didn't even come from a pickpocket. I accidentally attacked one of the guards. So I figured, oh, well, I might as well just get it killed so that it stops attacking me, and we got an easy clue. Fantastic. Let's go get it done. Well, it looks like the first clue of the episode is going to be a duplicate. Real nice. Let's get back to the ham. Nice. There's another clue, this time from actually pickpocketing. Possibility of a new chunk here. Let's have a look. Bow. Uri has given us a casket straight away. Awesome. That's the Legends Guild unlocked. Shame that apart from actually doing the Legends quest, there isn't a lot very useful in here. I guess there's a mine down here, but we already have Motherlode and Mining Guild, so every other mine that we get is kind of worthless now. What's in the casket? Nice. We've completed quite a few duplicate easy clues so far, but this is the first one with potential to kind of be pretty game-changing for us. It's only step 2 on an easy clue, so there's not a huge chance that we will get the casket here, but if we can get this, then we unlock Zenaris. And if we get it unlocked, I'll go through why that is so huge. So go on, let's see. Pray for RNG, come on. Yes, we got the casket here. Oh, you don't understand how big this is for us. Oh my god. Let's unlock the chunk. Oh, that feels so good seeing that entire swamp unlocked now. Oh my god, it's so nice. Thank you so much, Uri. Okay, we need to go and get something out of the bank, but before we do, let's have a look in the casket. Okay, so we nipped over to the bank and grabbed ourselves a Draymond staff. Now this is going to let us get into Zanaris by going through the door and into that old shed over there. And as we completed Lost City in the last episode, we actually have full access to it now. So let's take a quick step inside. Boom, here we are. What a wonderful place this is. Now, there's two reasons in particular why this is such a huge unlock for us. The first one is Puro Puro. We now have unlimited access to it. We can come and go as we please, and there is a bank just over there where we can bank any implings that we catch or any loot that we get from them. Easy peasy. The second reason is that if we sacrifice a cut diamond to the gatekeepers over here, we can access a weapon shop in this area over here, which is going to allow us to buy ourselves a dragon longsword and a dragon dagger, which I don't need to tell you is an absolutely humongous upgrade. We basically completely skipped the rune scimitar grind because we just don't need one anymore. I mean, we're still probably going to go for one at some point anyway so that we can use our ornament kits, and I think we might need one for a clue scroll at some point as well. But yeah, overall, super happy with this one. Now, before we go ahead and buy ourselves some dragon weaponry, we are going to need to have a bit of a clear out of the bank to try and make a little bit of cash because we don't quite have enough money for the dragon longsword. Okay, we started with about 80k and we now have 164, which is plenty for what we need. And we really didn't have to sell that much stuff. I just kind of got rid of some of the piles of things where I had multiple of the same items, so all good. Now let's go and visit ourselves a little weapon shop. Okay, I think it might be Ducat. Yes, it is. Amazing. Right then, so it will cost us 100k for a dragon longsword and 30k for the dragon dagger. Now, I don't think we really need a dragon dagger. The only thing we would really use it for would be like a spec weapon, and we're not really doing any bossing right now. So if we do end up needing a spec weapon, we can always come back for one again at some point. But for now, we're just going to grab ourselves a dragon longsword. Dragon weaponry is unlocked on the account. That feels so good, man. Feels amazing, dude. Another cool thing that we have in Zanaris actually is access to a new Slayer Master, Chaeldar. Now, I think this is going to be a better Slayer Master for us to go with than Vanica, because I think that there's less chance that we get a monster that Toriel will assign from her. So once we finally end up completing our crawling hand task, we're going to go and get ourselves some tasks from Chaeldar, and then if we can't do them, there's a much higher likelihood that we'll be able to skip with Toriel. Anyway, we can't do that for now. So let's go and bank everything because we're going to continue with our easy clue hunt, but we're going to be doing it in a little bit of a different way now. So one of the more fun ways for us to get clue scrolls would be from implings, and there's no better place to do that than in Puro Puro. So let's just head in there now. Now, while we're in here, we can get some free stuff from this guy over here, Elnock. There we go. So we've got a butterfly net and a few impling jars. Wonderful. And if we ever run out of impling jars, because they do break eventually, we can trade implings in for them, or we can just buy up to 10 a day from him for 2k each. So that's pretty nice. Now, we can't actually get easy clue scrolls from implings just yet because we need to be able to catch young implings to do that. But at the minute, we only have level 17 hunter, so we can only catch baby implings. So what we're going to need to do is capture baby implings all the way up to level 22 hunter, and at that point, we'll be able to catch the young ones and hopefully get some easy clues from them. Personally, I really enjoy catching implings because it's kind of like a sort of cheap version of a clue scroll because you never really know what you're going to get from it. Wow, okay, so it looks like I was wrong. I thought that you would get beginner clues from baby implings and then you would start getting easy clues from young and above. But no, there's an easy clue, so let's go and do it. So if I wasn't having so much trouble catching this bloody baby impling, I would be able to show you a little bit of a convenience that I found here in Puro Puro. So it's normally quite annoying to have to run all the way around and like sort of push through the wheat every single time because you know the implings, they just run away. Oh, and hey, look at that 18 hunter. But luckily there's a baby impling that spawns right here, and so I'm basically just spawn camping it. Bit embarrassing that it's taking this long to catch each one though. Tee-hee. We'll see how much you're tee-heeing in this jar. Okay, and that is sort of full inventory of baby implings, so let's see what we get inside. We're looking for the clue scrolls, the easy clue scrolls, the clue scrolls of the easy variety, please. We ain't getting easy, but we're getting pretty cheesy. Well, nothing from that inventory, but we're just going to stay here, continue our amazing strategy, and just see what we can get. And there's the loot that we've been looking for. Beautiful little easy clue scroll. And we've got a few spare babies ready for when we finish it, because we might just be able to open them up and then get another clue scroll immediately when we finish this one. So let's go and get it done. Well, it looks like it was a duplicate, but that is okay. Let's see if we can get another clue scroll. Well, never lucky this time, boys. Back to Pura we go. I missed the level because I was too busy dropping stuff out of my inventory, but we just hit level 20 Hunter. Well, I'm running pretty low on the impling jars now. They do break from time to time, so they're not going to last forever. It's good that you can buy another 10 every day from the bloke in the middle, which is pretty nice. Oh, and look at that, 22 Hunter. That is awesome. I've just completely lost my train of thought now, because this allows us to catch young implings, another type of impling, which is totally awesome. So maybe we should just go and try and find some of those instead. There we go. There's a spawn point for one just over here. So if we find one and hopefully get rid of it, we can sort of camp the spawn for these instead. Thank you very much, lad. Oh, nice, a lockpick. Awesome. But yeah, as you can see, now we only have 2 jars left. Now, I know that you can buy more jars with cash, but you can only get 10 per day. You can also collect certain types of implings to get more jars as well. So maybe we should try doing that. Oh, cool. So it looks like I was wrong. We just need one of any unnoted impling type for 3 jars. So let's go and catch a couple and restock ourselves on jars. Get your ass over here, young impling. Come on. There we go. Cool. So we should be able to get 6 impling jars out of these 2 if we just trade them in. Awesome. Perfect. Looks like we don't have to give up after all. 25 Hunter has been achieved. Looking good. All from just capturing some implings. I'm having a great time in here, actually. I really am enjoying catching these little implings. Not getting as lucky on easy clues as I would like. I am getting a lot of beginners though. So let's open up this entire inventory of babies and hope for an easy clue. Looks like we weren't lucky that time, but we can at least go and get ourselves a beginner casket for the end of the episode. So we're on our way to complete step 4 out of 4 on an easy clue provided to us by a wonderfully generous baby impling. And if you remember earlier on in the video, you'll know that this is one of my dream chunks for the episode. This is one of the most important chunks for us to get unlocked in a very long time. Let's just take a walk into the kitchen. And if we just have a quick little search in this crate right here, we've got a casket. Absolutely incredible. I can't even explain how important this chunk is. We're going to be able to complete like 3 or 4 quests here just by having this chunk unlocked. We can do Demon Slayer, we can do Shield of Arav, we can complete and finally finish the Lost Tribe quest, all of which are fantastic quests. Now, completing quests is very important for the account. It is going to help us progress very far. But there's one thing in this chunk which is even more important than any of those. Just to the east of the castle, in what was previously a locked chunk, is the estate agent. Inside the estate agent's building is a singular item that is going to change everything for us, and you might be able to see it right now. It's this saw right over here. Let's pick it up. Oh my god. This tiny, minuscule little item actually allows us to finally start working on the goals for the account. I say at the start of every episode, we want to fill every stash unit in the game, and we've not even been able to start yet because we couldn't build them because we don't have a saw. But now we've got one and everything is okay again. Looks like we've got lots to do, but first things first, what is in the casket? Trash. So I think it's time for us to knock out some long overdue quests. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Don't worry, mate. I'll help you get the girl. Okay, so in the end, Romeo decided to just drug Juliet so she gets knocked out, and Romeo and Juliet is complete. Fantastic. 5 quest points as well, which is like pretty awesome. Would have been nice if we could have done that earlier on so we could get earlier access to the Champions Guild, but it is what it is. Now that we've got Romeo to shut up about Juliet, we can talk to Reldo, and we're going to get Shield of Arav done. Okay, we've been allowed into the Phoenix gang. Little do they know, I'm not really a thief. I just want their shield. Okay, let's talk to Haig Halen, and he's going to give us our certificate for our half of the Shield of Arav. Shield of Arav completed. So I think now that we're finished with that, it's time for us to finally finish off the Lost Tribe. So we can search the bookcase in the Varrock library. That's the step that we weren't able to do in the last video. All right, we've made it into the underground Lumbridge mines. Let's talk to Mistag and try and develop some kind of relationship with these guys. So it looks like the Duke wants to make peace with all of the goblins, but little Sigmund over here isn't too happy about it. So we're going to have a little rummage through his belongings and see if there's anything to incriminate. Oh, look at that. He's part of the Ham crew. That explains it. Basically, Sigmund's a racist. And not only is Sigmund a racist, but he also is a thief. He stole like some stupid silverware for no reason and just decided to hide it with all of his mates. Let's go and tell on him to Horatio. So, Horatio, you know that guy you stood next to, that guy that you trust? Turns out he's a racist and a thief. You might want to sack him. Well, it looks like everything's going to be fine between the Lumbridge people and the goblins. And there is the Lost Tribe completed. 3,000 mining XP and a Ring of Life, which actually, for a hardcore, that's going to just stay on forever. That's a really cool upgrade. But the most important thing and the real reason why we wanted to do this quest in the first place is for the Bone Crossbow. So we're going to go and take a visit to the Goblin shop in the mines. So if we talk to Nardok over here and have a little trade, we can buy ourselves a lovely Dorgeshan crossbow. That's going to cost us 2,000 coins. No worries at all. And we can buy packs of bone bolts for 350 GP each, which is absolutely nothing. So we're going to spend about 20k on these and just get as many as we can. We still need to have a tiny bit of cash in the bank just in case we run into some sort of an emergency. But I think that the value that these are going to have to the account is just so huge. Okay, and there we go. That is the last of them. 3,800 bone bolts and a Dorgeshan crossbow. Finally, we've got a really consistent and convenient way to train range on the account. All right, next quest on the list to do is Demon Slayer. So let's talk to Gypsy Aris and get our future red. Oh no, it looks like Delrith is coming. Not really sure what that's got to do with me, but it is what it is. I guess we're going to have to help her out. All right, so we've got to go and talk to the most incompetent knight in all of Gielinor and get the sword out of his case. But unfortunately, he's gone and lost all the keys for the case, so we're going to have to go and find them for him. All right, after a lot of running about, surprising, I've found all of your keys. Maybe look after him better next time. And Silverlight has been acquired. Look at that little dance you do. That's pretty cute. Anyway, let's go and kill this demon. Okay, I'm not sure that we're quite ready for this boss fight. It is going to be really difficult. And I am a bit scared. And there is a good chance that we're going to lose the hardcore status here. But needs must. We're just going to have to go for it and hope that we don't absolutely plank. So, arise, Delrith. The wizard's cast an evil spell. And here he is, big boy Delrith himself. Okay, time to insert the classic YouTuber joke of the giant boss that everyone in Varrock is scared of having only 7 hit points. Boom. Just one hit straight away. What was that incantation again? And down he goes into the abyss. Goodbye, Delrith. And Demon Slayer has been completed. We do a little dance again. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Our quest points are really getting up there now. 52 in total, looking good. Right, so I think that we've done all of the quests that we can for now in Varrock. I mentioned earlier that we might be able to do Garden of Tranquility, but unfortunately we actually need 25 farming before we can start that, and we need to complete the Creature of Frankenstrain, so until we can get that quest done, we aren't going to be doing Garden of Tranquility. But that's okay, because this chunk, along with the quests, as I mentioned earlier, provides us with the ability to train construction, as we now have access to a saw. So I think I want to go ahead and get that trained up a little bit. Now, the main reason we need construction on this account is for the stash units, and I'd like to at least be able to construct the beginner and the easy stashes. So we already have 17 construction from Fishing Trawler, which means we can already make the beginner stashes, but we're going to need to train up to level 27 in order to make easies. So I think that's what I want to work on now. Before we actually start our training though, I'm going to need to collect some planks. And as I still don't have the sawmill unlocked, the best way for me to do this is just to come to Fishing Trawler and then hot worlds for those 2 planks that spawn here. Cool, so we have about 50 planks now, and that's not a huge amount, but it is enough for the stash units that we're going to be doing. Now, before we go and do the stash units, as I said, we are going to go and train up our levels. So because planks are pretty slow to acquire, I'm actually going to be training my construction with soft clay, and we're going to be making fireplaces and things like that. It doesn't provide as good XP as making things out of planks, but it is a lot cheaper to do, and we can get a lot of soft clay pretty quickly. So I figure, as we're only going to be going up to level 27 for now, we might as well make use of the resources that are easier for us to get. The way that we're going to be getting all of our soft clay is through soft clay packs that we're going to purchase for golden nuggets. I have 115 golden nuggets in the bank at the moment, and I'm happy to use up pretty much all of them, as I will be back at Motherlode to get more at some point. Awesome, we got 11 packs of soft clay, which is 1,100 soft clay total. So with all of that preparation completed, let's head over to our lovely house where we're going to be spending a few hours. Now, the way that we're going to be doing things is we're going to unnote our soft clay on files, and then we can just head straight into our house. And we're basically going to be just building and removing fireplaces over and over again. 30 XP a time. And look at that, we get a level straight away. 18 construction. Feels good, man. Level 20 construction has been achieved. Level 25 has been achieved. And 27 construction is achieved. So we can now build ourselves easy stash units and beginner stash units. And that is where we're going to leave the construction training just for now. We've got so many emote clue items in the bank that's taken up space that we could now put into stash units, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to start filling some of them up. First things first though, I have been doing a little bit of AFK woodcutting in my downtime, and we've managed to grab a couple of clue scrolls. So let's go and see if we can get some caskets. There's a beginner, and the medium is unfortunately a drop. So the first 2 stash units on the account are going to be 2 that are pretty close to each other, and 2 that we kind of needed quite early on in the account, so I feel like these are pretty fitting. So first things first, we're going to build the inconspicuous bush just outside of Gypsy Aris, and then fill it up, and then we've got another inconspicuous bush over here next to Thalassia's clothes store, and we can pop ourselves a red cape and a chef's hat inside. Beautiful. The great thing about doing this is that we no longer need to keep those items in the bank, so we can take them out and alch them or sell them, and just free up a few more spaces for us to use. And there's the bush outside of Bob's Axes built, and that is actually all of the beginner stash units built. There's only 3 of them in the game, so we can move on to a few easies now. There's a total of 29 easy stash units in Old School RuneScape, and out of those 29, I can currently fill up 10 of them. So we're going to go and get those done and start working towards the goal of the series. Lumbridge Swamp Stash has been built. Drainer Crossroads. Beautiful set of inconspicuous rocks over here, but it appears that I've run out of nails, so be right back. After a bit of smithing, we've got a few more iron nails, so let's finally build this up and stash some items inside. And we have an inconspicuous crate right next to the Monks of Endrana. And that just gave us a construction level. Awesome. So this stash unit that we're going to do right here is one of the slightly more interesting ones, because the stash unit is actually in a different chunk to the area where you have to do the emote. For a while, when we first started the account, I didn't think it would actually be possible to fill the stash unit, because you do the emote over here, and then there are actually no clues in this chunk right here. However, what you can do is talk to the barber on one of those beginner clue steps while he's in this chunk, and that's how we ended up unlocking it. So that has allowed us to fill in this stash unit here. Falador Party Room, inconspicuous bush, has been completed. Off to the Wizard's Tower, another stash unit built. And the last one that we are able to do right now on the account is this one here, just outside of Varrock Palace. And we could stash all of that stuff in there. Absolutely wonderful. So we've now filled up a total of 13 stash units in the game, 100% of the beginner stashes, and about a third of the easies, which I'm pretty happy with overall. So there's still one more chunk that I'm determined to unlock this episode. We require the Druid Circle, because I am absolutely sick of having no potions on my account at all. We need to get Herblore started, and for that, we need the Druid Circle. I do have a bit of time right now, though, where I need to do something AFK, because I have some IRL stuff to do. So we're going to do a little bit of woodcutting, hopefully train up the fletching, maybe make a little bit of cash while we do it. So I will see you back with a few levels. Okay, so we've been woodcutting for quite a while. We've actually managed to grab ourselves 75 woodcutting and 69 fletching. I've been making yew shortbow yews, and I sold all of them to the general store. I didn't bother hopping worlds because it wasn't really that much money, but we have made about 150k, so the cash stack is building up again, which is quite nice. More importantly than that, though, is what we've got in the bank from this woodcutting grind. So we've actually ended up with 4 clue scrolls from nests, a beginner, an easy, a medium, and an elite. So we're going to go and see if we can get all of these completed. It would be awesome if we can complete the elite. It does seem pretty unlikely though. So let's just get started with them. There's a beginner, and there's an easy casket, which actually unlocks us a new chunk, which is the Rimington Chemist chunk. And that's pretty cool because we've got Melzar's Maze now, which is obviously a part of the Dragon Slayer quest. A nice easy access to Corsair Cove and Ardoyne/Brimhaven. And there's also a farming patch for like bushes and things like that, so that's pretty nice as well. So what's in the casket? Nothing. And there's the medium casket, also unlocking us a lovely new chunk, which is the chunk with Thurgo inside. Now it's not a massive chunk for us, but it is important for one main reason, and that is this little charter ship entrance right here. So we can now gain access to Karamja whenever we need to. We don't need to go there from a clue scroll, and we don't need to wait until we get an Amulet of Glory either. And that puts us one chunk away from unlocking the fight caves. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's open up the casket. Nice. So now that we've done the beginner, easy, and medium, let's take a look at this elite. Speak to Dagger on Apatol. That's the guy that sells you dragon scimitars, I believe, which means that we're going to need to at least partially complete Monkey Madness. We may need full completion, I'm not sure. We definitely at least need to get the Monkey Gree. Before we can do Monkey Madness though, we need to complete the Grand Tree and Tree Gnome Village. So let's get questing then, boys. Tree Gnome Village is complete, so now we can use Spirit Trees, which is pretty nice. A lovely new amulet as well, can't complain. So I've heard that King Narnode is having some kind of an issue, so maybe we'll go and help him out a little bit too. Oh no, it looks like we found out Gluff's evil plan. And he's got a demon. What are we gonna do? We'll just casually walk over to Gluff, and then we can safe spot the demon from here. Hey, there's 49 magic coming in from that black demon. Thank you very much, my friend. And goodbye, black demon. Too bad you're not smart enough to step over like 1 foot of stones. And the Grand Tree is complete. We get loads of XP for this, which is pretty awesome. And also access to the Gnome Glider system, which is just going to make traveling around so much easier. 43 agility as well, can't complain there. So now that we've completed the 2 prerequisite quests, it's time for us to start Monkey Madness. Now we don't need to complete the quest, which is kind of unfortunate because it would be great to get ourselves a dragon scimitar, but we are still going to have to complete around half of the quest. We need to get to the point where we obtain ourselves a Monkey Gree, and that's going to allow us to speak to the monkeys on the island, and therefore let us speak to Dagger. Okay, we have arrived on Apatol and we're in prison, and it's time to do a little bit of a timing game. We have to wait for one of these 2 gorillas to be kind of walking away from us at the right time so that we can run behind them and make our way out of the prison. I didn't really take into consideration that we don't really have the stats for this quest at this point. I mean, we can do it, and if we were to be going all the way through to completion, we probably would be able to just about push through to the end, but we are in real danger of losing the hardcore status on this island. Oh my god, one of the tiny little spiders down here dropped us a beginner clue. We might as well pick it up. Why is there so many of these guys? So we're about to go into the part of the quest that I am the most nervous about. We're going to have to run through all of the underground area in Monkey Madness without any prayer potions. So what I'm going to be doing is attempting to 1-tick flick this, because if we don't pray melee, we are going to get destroyed by these monkeys. So let's just go. Let's just go. Okay, there's one key piece of information about 1-tick flicking that I hadn't taken into account, and that is that I suck at it. Okay, we made it. Oh, thank God for that. Okay, it's time to make some more preparations, and the worst thing about what just happened is that we're going to have to do it again, except we're going to have like quite a lot less energy potions with us, so there's a good chance we're going to be walking for a good portion of the next run through that cave. Okay, we made it. We made it. Now, we've got to be very careful here. Zooknook, we've got to have to use the monkey talisman on him, and then we've got to be really careful to use the monkey bones and not bury them. Cast as a spell, mate. Beautiful. Just look at me now. I am one with the jungle. The jungle is one with me. No one knows I'm not really a monkey. So now that we have the Gree on, they all just think that I'm one of their mates, and the monkey should just let me pass. So I'm pretty sure now that we can just go ahead and speak to Dagger. And we've been given a new clue. Thank you very much, Dagger. Much appreciated. Have a great day. So after all that, can we complete the second step? The answer is probably no, because we're going to have to do a skilling challenge, but let's at least go and see what he wants. Well, we need to craft a nature rune, and we are currently level 1 rune crafting, and we also have no way of training rune crafting, as level 1 methods such as air runes are still locked for us, and yeah, I'm not lamping up that high. So unfortunately, you treated me well, allowed me to get to Monkey Madness, but Elite Clue Scroll, I must bid you farewell. Well, now that saga's over, we're going to get back into hunting easy clues, because as I said before, we have one more chunk that we need to unlock this video. So we're going to hunt implings for them again. We're going to get at least another 3 levels to hit a nice even level 30 hunter, and then we might move back into the Hamlet. We'll see how I'm feeling, you know, we'll play it by ear and do what seems most fun at the time. Well, there's level 30 hunter, quite a nice round number. Pretty unfortunate we haven't had a single easy clue so far. Oh, and speak of the devil, there it is. Amazing. I was literally just about to give up and move on, but we got an easy, and we've also got a beginner there, so let's go and get those done. And they were both duplicates, never mind. Well, we've not been back here that long, but we've already got a lovely easy clue. Let's go and see where we're going. And there's an easy casket in a brand new chunk as well. So this has unlocked us Sir Galahad's hut, and also the majority of the area where you do the dwarf cannon quest, which is quite important for later on down the line, particularly for Slayer. Unfortunately, we can't complete the quest yet because we can't fix all of the railings, and we also need the fishing guild so we can go into this little goblin cave over here too, but still a nice chunk to get. So what's in the casket? I changed it to ham robes because I was getting kicked out of the Hamlet way too often, and you should get kicked out a little bit less often if you're wearing them. And they gave us yet another clue step, and it's so close to the chunk that we need, yet so far away. Well, the lovely folk in the Hamlet have sent us off on another treasure trail, and we're on the 4th step now, so this is a guaranteed casket, and we're going to be getting a new chunk, and this one's actually quite important. So let's just have a quick chat to Wayne. How you doing, bro? Very well done, take this. Don't mind if I do, thank you very much. And we have unlocked this chunk right here. So we can now walk all the way from Falador straight into Rimington, which is quite nice. I mean, we kind of could do that before, but not really. We would have had to take a boat or go through Port Sarim or something like that. So, you know, that's just a kind of nice thing right there. There's 2 other things that are quite important about this chunk. Firstly, there are some wizards down here, which I'm pretty sure means that we can now complete Fairy Tale Part 1. Obviously, it will depend on the items that we get told to go and get during that quest, but we can give it a good try. The other cool thing is that we can now do rune crafting as we've unlocked the air altar. So that means air talismans are now unlocked, which is a pretty important item for some easy clues and medium clues. Anyway, let's open this bad boy up. We're heading into East Ardoin for a new chunk now. We're on the last step of this clue, so let's head inside. And there's a casket. So we have unlocked a new chunk. This one's pretty cool because it gives us an additional farming patch, and it kind of links up a little bit of a landmass here between the Ranging Guild and the Legends Guild. There's nothing super useful here just yet, but I have brought along some farming supplies so that we can do a little bit of planting while we're here. Before we do that, what's in the casket? Trash. And there's a casket in another locked chunk, courtesy of the wonderful ham members, which has unlocked us a house portal in Hesidius, which I don't think we're actually ever going to be able to use because we can't ever unlock the main Hesidius chunk, which means we can't speak to the estate agent, which is unfortunate. But for now, what's inside the casket? Oh, hey, Zamorak page 3, not too bad at all. We're making some work on those pages for sure. So, as you might be able to see, we've actually got the step that we want now. We've got the Tavily Stone Circle, we've got all of the items that we need, but it's actually the first step on this clue scroll. Look, if we check the steps, 0 steps completed. So I'm actually going to try and juggle this clue. I'm going to see if I can complete 2 steps on this other clue that we've got, and then go for the completion on the 3rd step. This is probably one of the most tedious things to do in the game. You've got to like walk one clue scroll a few steps away, drop it, go pick the other one up. Don't forget it. You got to be really quick, otherwise they'll despawn. And you just slowly make your way to the next clue location step by step. And the absolutely terrible thing about this clue step that we're going to do is that it's in Hasidius, so we've got to go all the way to the other side of the entire game. Okay, we've made it to the Hasidius church. Let's talk to Father Gene and get step 1 completed. Fantastic, most appreciated. Okay, what's the next step? The Duke's room in Lumbridge Castle. We've got to go all the way back to Lumbridge. Oh my god, this takes so long to do. Back at Lumbridge after like 20 minutes. Now, we really need to not get the casket here, because that will put us onto step number 3 out of 4 on this easy clue, and that's when I'm willing to risk going to the Tavily Circle. Let's go. No casket. Oh, yes. So as we make our way over to Tavily, I'm going to explain why I'm going to the Druid Circle on step number 3 instead of step 4 on this clue. So it's already quite likely that we will get the casket on step number 3 of an easy clue, so we do have a good chance of getting it right now. But if we don't get the casket and we waste this step, we will have a clue which is on step number 4. So all we'll need to do is juggle clues at ham until we get this step again, and then we are guaranteed a casket in this chunk. Okay, here we are. This could change everything. Let's go. Hurry. Oh my god. Oh my god, we did it. We fucking did it, boys. We did it. We got the casket. Druid Circle is unlocked. Oh my god. Let's go and pick up that clue that we dropped on the floor over there, because we can go and do another clue scroll before we finish. But oh my god. We've done it. We have unlocked Herblore. We're going to go and do the Druid Circle quest. What's it called? Druidic Ritual. That's the one. And we're going to start training Herblore in the next episode. We're also going to open up all of our caskets as well. But before we do that, we're going to open the one that we just got, because, you know, I think we deserve it. Look at Uri over there. He's not even left yet. He's just so happy for me. He wants to stick around. What's in the casket? Nothing. Hey, law runes, actually. That's pretty good. And there is Druidic Ritual completed, bringing us up to level 3 Herblore, so we can now finally clean all of those grimy guams in the bank and actually start training Herblore, which is what we're going to be doing in the next episode. But before we end the video, we've got a trip to the bank to make. So we've got 17 beginners and 23 easies to open. Obviously, we're going to start off with the beginners. We only need one more unique to get a roll on the endgame chunk table, so let's hope for something good. Well, that's pretty disappointing. No uniques at all from any of the beginners this episode. We're going to keep trying though. Let's have a look at the easies. Okay, 23 easies, let's go. Oh, nice, a black full helm G. Tasty bit of fashionscape there. Oh, hell yeah, a steel plate skirt G as well. Collection log is looking good. Oh my god, 3 in a row. Guthix page 2. Not exactly a good page, but we'll take it. It's a unique. And we got pantaloons, green firelighters, can't complain. Oh my god, and there's 2 uniques in one clue, iron full helm G and a steel plate body T. I want a white berry. We can finally upgrade our fashionscape a little bit. And finishing off with a Bandos page 4, lovely new addition to the collection log. So guys, overall a pretty good opening of those caskets. Kind of disappointed we didn't get any more uniques from the beginners, but we did only open like under 20 of them, so we can't really complain there. Let's take a quick look at the collection log so we can see where we're sitting at right now on the account. 73 out of 1,365 logs have been completed. As far as clues go, we're still on 7 out of 16 on the beginner clues. And in easies, we're looking at 22 out of 131. And then, of course, we've got the mediums with just 2 uniques there. So that is where we're going to be ending the video for today. We're going to set ourselves up with a little bit of woodcutting and fletching while we edit. And I want to just say, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, then you are an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I also want to give a big thanks to Wiz, who helped create my new intro and a load of other Blender related stuff. So massive thanks to you, mate. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.